in NFL history.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. Hustle. Mike by four. Watch the pass. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Let's go. Let's bring it.
They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Saints first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And again, it's Bridgewater. Caught on the left side by Ginn. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater looking for the end zone. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. Traquan Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. What's good on the extra point? And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. Back deep, the veteran Ted Ginn. Taken in at the 22. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Bridgewater. Ginn has it complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now it's Ginn. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
Here's Bridgewater. Well, this is caught by Ginn. And he stopped at the 44. It's also a gain of 4. And now it's 4th down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, 2nd best in the league, and they'll try it here. On 4th down, they do snap it to Bridgewater. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. That's caught. It's Thomas. The end result, 21 yards.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. To the air again with Bridgewater. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
12.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Marcus Davenport picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Marcus Davenport getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much.
And got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching.
There he goes, right side. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, Bridgewater. Looking long for Thomas. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And he finds Cook. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He'll fire a desperate. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And out now come the Seahawks. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But it's also something to challenge.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Alex Anzalone, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. They go read option with Wilson. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Seahawks on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 54 yards. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. To throw is Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Check safety, check safety.
Here's Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Get the ball. 25. Get the ball. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
He's crashing. He's checking crack. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike.
Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the shotgun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 73 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 61 yards. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cassius Marsh showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go D, tighten up. Let's go D, tighten up.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Ziggy Ansah able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. A very solid gain of 27. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn, his second touchdown on the season. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Saints. Lutz with the extra point. Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the third quarter in Carson. Chargers continue to pull away. They have opened that lead up even further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Let's go.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cassius Marsh picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints are pouring it on. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Wilson. It's complete to Jerome Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just 1 shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it.
Yeah, is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
First and 10.
Both sets to Mike. Both sets to Mike. Hey.
19.
Check 49.
Still got 4 down. 4 down.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Jaron Brown, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 74 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Smith catches left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here, Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now that's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jared Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head to head.
But that's
the
about
virtual
it.
guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And he hurdles him and into space. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Rashad Penny with officially a 103-yard return. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Myers connects on the PAT. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Saints are going to get to this one, so that should about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of and
a big loss here as he's taken down. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they